dynamics of circular motion. The main postulate, main thing, if any body performs circular motion, it must require mv square by r force towards center. Otherwise, it cannot perform circular motion. I am giving demo. Suppose I am performing circular motion. This is the center of the circle with speed v. Then which force provides necessary centripetal force mv square by r towards center?
Static friction.
Yeah, simple static friction. Because of weight force is this in this direction, normal force in this direction. It cannot provide circular motion, force for the circular motion. So, if I am performing circular motion, every time my impending motion is away from center, skidding effect. But friction saves me. If I increase my speed, then Fs also increases. But at certain speed v equal to v max, Fs max is there. Then after no increment in static friction, after that speed, I will skid. Okay? Now here, motion on a circular horizontal road. Suppose, focus here, suppose this is the horizontal circular track, this one, and this is the car. So it is performing circular motion this way, but with the increased speed. If there is no friction sufficient friction nahi hai, no sufficient friction, it will skid like that, because of there is no sufficient friction. The FPD of this topic, consider this is the circular horizontal road, no inclination, and my car is moving this way, this direction. So for this motion, it must require mv square by r force towards center. But every time mv square by r is pseudo force, it acts on the car away from center. And Fs, static friction, provides necessary centripetal force for the circular motion. And suppose I am speeding gradually my car. So by the time v increases on a same track, so radius remains same. So mv square by r increases because of v increases. So up to certain level, Fs adjust, that is Fs increases. But when it becomes Fs max, when my speed becomes v equal to v max, then Fs becomes Fs max. After that speed, my car skids out of track. So Fs is mv square by r, but if v is replaced by v max, Fs max is mv max square by r. But Fs max is mu s into n, and it is equal to mv max square by r. But here, circular horizontal road is there, so normal force is exactly weight of the car with drivers, etc. So mu s into mg equal to mv max square by r, mm cut out. So v max square is mu s rg. That is v max is root mu s rg. This is the maximum safe speed on a circular horizontal road. It does not depend on the mass of the vehicle. If the property of road and tire are same, the truck will skid at the same speed, cycle also skid. It does not depend on mass. Okay? Now, suppose on a circular horizontal road, I want to increase maximum safe speed. Suppose this one is 60, but I want to increase up to certain level, say 70, etc. Then suppose the turning is there like that, road is turning this way, ऐसे. So we make road like this, inclination, this way. This is my car. This is angle of inclination. Weight force is always downward. Normal force is here. It has two components, n cos theta and sin theta. And suppose my car, I am maintaining 6 lane. This way. Suppose I am maintaining 6 lane. So my trajectory, my car trajectory is this. The center of this circular path is here, not here. So whatever the force towards center provides necessary centripetal force. Here n sin theta. This one is n because of force due to surface is in this direction, which is called normal force. It has two components, n cos theta and sin theta. And the friction force. If my car speed is sufficiently greater, so its tendency is up the slope. It skids up the slope if there is no friction. So friction is down the slope because of my car speed is something greater. So here the friction is down the slope. It has two components, F cos theta, F sin theta. So these two forces both are towards center. So they combinedly provides necessary centripetal force for the circular motion. But I am maintaining the 6 lane. There is no vertical motion. That is, vertical force must be balanced. So here n cos theta is in upward direction, F sin theta is in downward, mg is also in downward. So addition of these two balances by n cos theta, and it must, because of I am maintaining the 6 lane road. So there is no vertical motion of my car. So F sin theta plus mg is n cos theta. Therefore mg is what? N cos theta minus F sin theta. So taking these two, taking ratios of these two, m v square by r divided by mg equal to this by this. So F cos theta plus n sin theta upon n cos theta minus F sin theta. So mm cut out. So v square by rg equal to F cos theta plus n sin theta upon n cos theta minus F sin theta. But this one is simple static friction. But if v becomes v max, after that speed, my car skids up the slope. So at that speed, this is the maximum set speed. This static friction is replaced by Fs max. Here, even then my car is in motion. We are using mu s, not mu k, because of, see here, suppose my car is moving like that and at certain speed it skids. And if car is stationary and skid like that, in both the case maximum static friction acts. So it is Fs max. So V max square by Rg. If V is replaced by V max, we have to replace Fs by Fs max. So Fs max cos theta plus n sin theta upon n cos theta minus Fs max sin theta. But we know that Fs max is mu s into n every time. So V max square by Rg is mu s into n Fs max into cos theta plus n sin theta upon n cos theta minus Fs max is mu s into n and sin theta as it is. So V max square by Rg, so mu s cos theta plus sin theta upon cos theta minus mu s sin theta. This one V max square by Rg, dividing both numerator and denominator by cos theta, we get mu s plus tan theta upon 1 minus mu s tan theta. So after reducing, finally we get V max equal to root of Rg into mu s plus tan theta upon 1 minus mu s tan theta. If there is circular horizontal road, not banked, then the maximum space speed is mu s Rg mu s Rg, but here Rg into something which is greater than mu s, because of numerator is greater mu s plus tan theta and the denominator is less than 1. So this term is greater in comparison of this term. So if this one is 60 km per hour for example, then this may be 70. Okay, so maximum set speed on a circular horizontal banked road we have increased by inclination theta. Now we will discuss another case. Suppose this one is the horizontal circular banked road. On this road we can park a vehicle on a road with inclination theta. If mg sin theta, this one is mg, this mg cos theta, this one is mg sin theta, this one is normal force, fs adjust. If mg sin theta is less than or equal to fs max, then and only then I can park on that road, circular banked road with inclination theta. So mg sin theta is less than or equal to mu s into n. So mg sin theta is less than or equal to mu s mg cos theta. N is mg cos theta. So tan theta is less than or equal to mu s. So if mu s is greater than or equal to tan theta, if this condition is fulfilled, satisfied, then and only then we can park a vehicle on the road with inclination theta. But if mu s is less than tan theta, then we can't park on that circular banked road, but we can move, drive on that road at some minimum velocity. See the FPD. This time, this is the car, this one is the weight force, this one is the normal force, this one is n cos theta, n sin theta. But this time, the tendency of my car, vehicle, okay, skidding downward because of the there is no sufficient speed. So friction acts up the slope. So friction is in this direction. It has two components, f cos theta, f sin theta. Here n sin theta must be greater than f cos theta. So n sin theta minus f cos theta. This is the net force towards center, which provides necessary centripetal force mv square by r. And there is no vertical motion because I am maintaining the line. So f sin theta, this one, plus n cos theta must balance by mg because I am maintaining the 6 lane road. So there is no motion in vertical direction. So vertical force must be 0. So they must be balanced. Again taking ratios of 3 and 4, so this by this equal to this by this. So mv square by r divided by mg, that is v square by rc, equal to n sin theta minus f cos theta upon f sin theta plus n cos theta. If v equal to v minimum, then fs equal to fs max. If my speed is less than this, it will skid down the slope because the friction is not sufficient. But if v equal to v minimum, fs is exactly equal to fs max. So v minimum square by rc equal to n sin theta minus mu s into n cos theta upon mu s into n sin theta plus n cos theta. This f is replaced by mu s into n. And n cut out. So v minimum square by rc. Then after dividing both numerator and denominator by cos theta, sin theta by cos theta, that is tan theta, minus n already cut out. So mu s, this term considering first one, so n cos theta by cos theta, n is cut out already, so 1 plus mu s tan theta. And reducing this, v minimum is root rc into tan theta minus mu s upon 1 plus mu s tan theta. If mu s equal to 0, actually it is not, but fs may be 0, static friction may be 0. If there is no impending motion, static friction must be 0. So if we consider there is no static friction, so taking mu s equal to 0 in this equation or in this equation, we will get same result. So V naught is root RZ tan theta. It is the optimum speed. At this speed, the tendency of the vehicle is not up the slope as well as not down the slope. It is called optimum speed. At this speed, the least wear and tear on the tire of the vehicle. So if V equal to V naught root RZ tan theta, that is optimum speed. On this inclination, theta, the vehicle is exactly at right angle. यानी कि that means it moves with what a horizontal road, like horizontal road. So tendency is not up the slope, not down the slope. But if V is less than V naught, so the position of the vehicle is like that continuous line, not dotted line, because of the tendencies down the slope, moving down the slope. So friction is up the slope. And if speed of the vehicle is greater than V naught, so its tendencies are like continuous line, drawing of continuous line, not as dotted line. So its tendencies toward up the slope. So friction is down the slope.